social worker from Suburban Hospital. I received a referral from your provider today, and I would love to talk to you about what brought you in here.
Here goes my provider doing stuff. So, I guess I could tell you, I currently just had a baby. It's premature, and it's just been a lot adjusting to that, and not having a lot of support. My friends aren't local, my family isn't local, so it's really just me taking care and running back and forth to the hospital and trying to do appointments. I am married, probably. I don't have my ring on right now, but I'm married. But my husband is currently serving in the Marines, so he's also not home, and he's getting ready to come back home in like 2 months. But by the time he gets back home, I'm just concerned, honestly, because he's gonna have to adjust to being home. I'm gonna have to adjust to him being home. There's a new baby. Yeah, so I'm just lost.
Yeah, I understand your frustrations and feeling overwhelmed. Congratulations on bringing a beautiful child into this world. I first want to let you know I will be taking some notes just to ensure that everything we do talk about, I find you support and services that you are accepting and interested in. So please just know I'm not listening. I'm just taking some notes down as well. I hear your frustrations, and when your husband does come home, I'm sure there will be a lot of adjustments. But for right now and where you're at, I would love to go through a list of the services that we do provide here at Suburban Hospital for you. So that being said, before we do get started, I wanted to let you know that anything we talk about here will stay between us. In terms of anything that would have to be reported to my supervisor or somebody else, that would be if there was any harm to yourself or to others. But that being said, everything we do speak about will be staying in this room between us.
So even stuff that I tell you about my husband, when he comes back, because I don't know what that's really like to experience him coming back. So if I tell you we're having marriage problems and he's getting very aggressive, I don't want to say certain. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to say certain things because I don't know you, and then it's who's to say that you tell your supervisor and they tell somebody from his command, and we really need the benefits and income that he's doing by serving. So what is your supervisor why are they involved in anything?
So the only time my supervisor would be involved is if we talk about something in here that requires me to report it, whether it be you're intending to hurt yourself or others. This session is completely between the two of us, not your husband. You are the client here, which makes you the person that I will be focusing on. In terms of services, there will be times I will have to go to my supervisor and let them know of maybe services that I think would be beneficial for you, and if they have any other ideas. We as a team at Suburban Hospital work together to ensure that our clients receive the best care and support that they need. And if that means me having to sometimes go to my supervisor to discuss a case, it will be in confidence with my supervisor to ensure that we provide you with the best resources, whether that be group support, mentorship, mommy and me's. There's tons of different people that are in similar situations like yourself. So being around people sometimes will allow you to feel a bit more supported. As you mentioned, some of your friends, most of your friends are not available to help.
No, they're not available. And I don't even know, how does this work? Because, are these resources, when you guys refer them out, are you guys, how is that gonna get taken care of? I guess that's really the thing, what's your policy and procedure when it comes to stuff like that? Because I would love to maybe use the resources if they're good, but I don't know how that necessarily works, and I don't want to be sold a dream because I have not enough time, and it's just a hard time.
Totally understandable. Great question. We here at the hospital provide resources to you. Whether you want to proceed with using them is completely voluntary in your choice. Having these resources around me and being aware of what is available, I will give you the best advice in terms of what I think would be beneficial for you in your current situation, having a premature child, with your husband not being nearby, currently serving time in the Marines, as well as your friends not also being available to support you along the way. That being said, there are services that are not internal, and those are external services that I would have to refer you out to, which would mean that we would, before even referring you out, would have to agree, because there is information I would have to provide them. So there would be a consent form that would have to be signed in order for them to be able to come help you, whether that be a home health person to help you manage your life and your stressors, to ensure that you have maybe some time to have your self-care routine while your baby's being taken care of. So there are going to be services that will be able to help you along the way. Whether or not you want to use them is totally discretional to you. These are just things that we advise upon here.
Okay. Would you guys be screening these people? Like, if I decide to be like a homie, like, you guys like screen them diligently? Because my baby can't have a lot of people around him right now, obviously for health reasons and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't want nobody next to my baby except me, to be honest, but I let the nurses and everybody, because they are professionals and I'm not, and when it comes to safety of my child, that's the most important. So you guys do screen these people though, right? Like, I'm not just letting anybody walk up in people's houses and be around these kids.
So the services that we do use are external, so they are not a part of the hospital. But what I can tell you is that all these services are screening these people prior. I don't want to make any promises. I would need to really inquire. But since that is a concern that you have, I will ensure that we find a agency that does do prior screenings in terms of background checks, health checks, things of that nature. Working with a child that is premature does raise those concerns. And as your caretakers here and your social worker, I will work on finding a place that matches those requirements for you. And if there aren't places, then we will also come up with a different conclusion. But I do find that it would be beneficial possibly to have a home health person, or maybe even group support.
And group support, like, do they have virtual meetings? Because, girl, I am tired. Okay? I'd be up and down with the baby, and it is just a lot going on. Like, just now I got a notification for the baby's doctor's appointment, which is in like 2.5 hours. So I had to come and leave work early to do this, like, intake they were saying, and they were really stressing it at the hospital. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it, but now I have to make up those hours for work. I have to run to the hospital later today. So, like, I don't mind a support group, but, like, if it's going to be an inconvenience of my time, I don't want it, because I just don't have the time to sit in a circle and talk about my feelings when I need to be with my baby. Any chance I get to do, like, any type of contact, any type of, like, just being in my baby's presence is honestly more important. So, like, is it every day, every week, like, hours of my time? How does that look for you guys?
Understandable. So there are different options, and we can work on finding an option that would best suit you. If that's virtual, great. There are virtual options available to us. I can do my research and get back to you as to what I think the best option would be for you. If you feel like that is too difficult to obtain because of the time that you need to spend with your child, we can also look at other options, whether that be individual one-on-one counseling, even just being in maybe group chats that talk about certain situations that people are going to have a relatability, to make you feel like there are people around you. The goal here on social services end is to be able to provide you that support, because based off what we just have discussed, it's looking like that would be the most beneficial for you, but I also don't want to assume that. So it's important that you let me know whether or not you find a support group beneficial. It is an option, and it's not something you have to do. It's totally voluntary.
Okay, and like, how many people are you doing this for? Because I know I've had experiences or per experience, this is my first real like contact with social workers. But I've heard the horror stories about you guys. Like you guys are super busy, overworked, underpaid, and like people fall through the cracks because you guys just don't have the time. Like, do you even have time really to like put me on your caseload, to be honest? It's like all your clients are like, you know, I guess I'm just trying to make sure like I'm not gonna fall through the cracks if I do decide to go forward with any type of services. Like, is there any like reassurance you can give me?
As a social worker, it's my obligation to ensure that the cases that I am given are taken care of and followed through with. I personally ensure that everyone I've worked with in the past has received proper care, as well as being followed up with to ensure that care is being acted. I can provide you with resources, and whether or not we decide to go through with them is a decision. If you do decide to go through with these services, I will be following up to ensure those services are enacted, because there obviously is a middleman, and that's where I come in to help you. Regarding my caseload, I can't really talk on that, but I am able to provide you with this information and support you along the way, we are here today.
Okay. I guess you sound pretty legit, you know, but like, be patient with me, because sometimes I be up and down, but yeah, this sounds pretty chill, I guess, or whatever. I guess I will give it a shot in a sense, but if there is any hesitation, like I can come to you and we could talk about that like we did today, right?
Exactly. Anything that you are feeling, any worries that you have, any stressors that come up, you're able to come to me and talk to me about. I'm here to support you. We are in this together, which makes it easier on you because with working and having a child and not having your husband nearby, I'm sure you're feeling a sense of being overwhelmed, and that can be a lot.
Yeah,
but
definitely,
this space is for you, and to support you, and I'm here for you, and we are going to work on this together to the best we can. So.
And do you have like a number that I'll be calling you from, or how do you guys do communication through your agency or through the hospital? Do you guys have emails? Like, what's our way of communication?
Yeah, so Suburban Health has a chart, the chart that you usually go on via to make your appointments for your baby. There is also a chart to connect with me. You can message me through there. It is completely confidential. All the information stays on there between you and me. It's all privatized through the portal. And then I also do have an email address that you will be able to reach out to me on in terms of questions that you might have, difficulties that you might encounter. I'm completely aware of that not everything you need might require a full-on session. There will just be random questions here and there, which is where I'm able to support you. In terms of the agencies that I do provide you with, there is going to be information that I might not have, so please just understand that I might have to sometimes not give you the answer right away, and just do my due diligence on my end, because there are tons of resources, and I want to make sure, based off your availability and whether or not you want to be virtual or not, that we come up with the best possible resource for you.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time, and I guess we'll be in contact.
You're welcome. So before we end this session, I just want to go over the few things that we did discuss in terms of the available resources to you, and that way you can sit with them and maybe think about what would be best for you. In terms of, we have the counseling, so that could be either one-on-one, it could be group, virtual as we mentioned, and then also we have the home health aide, someone to maybe can help you and the baby, that way you can maybe take care of yourself a little bit more if that's what you think you need in terms of self-care, or just it's time to step away and, do the things that every mother has to do. So that's everything we kind of discussed in terms of what services we can offer you. Would you be, in terms of participation, Your plan to, as the hospital made me aware, your plan to discharge is in a few days.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying they're gonna discharge, and then once they discharge, the baby gets situated, may be released instantly in a sense, but may not, just depending on what his next charts say and like if he's bodily able to come with me.
Great, well, please let me know
Mm-hmm.
and keep me posted. We will be in touch and I will be able to provide you with some of the resources we talked about today.
Okie dokie. Gotta run to this appointment.